Hey guys, it's Calamity Blade 006. Today I will be beating the vordt boss with our soul level 1 character, and I've bought myself some new gear in that too. Sorry it's been a long time since I've released another part for this walkthrough, but don't worry, I'll introduce all the new gears right now. And why they might be useful. Now, you notice how I've infused the broadsword with fire damage in that? That's because it will do more damage now in that, compared to if we just left the broadsword as is, and we upgraded it twice in that. So, like, if it didn't have, it was just raw, it'd be like under 200 damage. But now, since we did it with fire, it's now like over 200 damage, and it can pretty much deal with most enemies in the area with ease. Yep, anyways, we have a talisman here because we got a heal aid spell here. To heal us, to reduce the amount of potions we need to use going through the area. We have a shield here to, block attacks and that. Makes things easier pretty much. It has a decent stability. For guard absorption, it's pretty good. And overall, it's just a good shield. You can buy it from the Shrine Maiden, along with the free piece of chain set and that from the Shrine Handmade. The shield is worth 800 souls. The armor pieces, I can't remember. You'd have to see for yourself, but it's like one of the easiest armors to get a hold of. And this is like just from one of the regular drops from an enemy in that. Nothing special about it. It was just something to replace the loincloth. And I have no rings on, but that's okay. But no. Yep. Anyways. We'll start making our way over to the boss room. Yeah, you see how, it didn't even take 2 hits, it just took 1. And it's really handy for taking out dogs and that, even if you don't have it upgraded, and it takes you 2 hits. See? They just burn right up. Yep, dodge past this guy. Take out most of his health. And he didn't drop anything for us. So we'll just keep going. Four hits. Not bad. Oh, throwing knives. Okay. Yep, doorway's there. Taking the shortcut in that, you just take out this enemy. Now expect 4 of these guys to hop over the wall. But usually they're easy to take care of as long as you have the shield. You just use the shield to block the attack and take out multiple at a time. Yep, and don't forget the green blossoms right around here that are away from the elevator. They come good. They are very good for like stamina recovery. Yep, take it. Oh, I hate walls. Yep, take out that guy. Now, if you want to avoid the Lothric Knight in that, then take this way. You just drop down onto here from over up there. And then you can get a straight plunge attack to this archer. Oh, and if you pick up those light crossbows, keep them, because they're pretty much like one of the only types of one of the only bows you can use with a low dexterity requirement. Yep, take out these 2 spear guys. Now, if you've taken out the sword master, the guy with the wielding the katana at the shrine, you'll have a summon sign here when you are emberized. I'm not gonna I'm actually just gonna emberize right now. I don't know if I've beaten him or not. Yeah, haven't beaten him in that, but if you guys have, he's a little friend who can help you with vordt and that. Now, before I go to vordt, I'm gonna just clear something up real quick in the area. Get another weapon. Defeat some knights. Yep. Now, if you did want to take the way with the knights and that, then don't worry, there's a friend to help. Lion Knight Albert. He's right here. You can summon him. He's not bad, but it's just that he barely heals. I really didn't need that riposte, but it got the job done. But no. So when you're done killing those two, you're gonna want to come into this little room here. Now, for some people, you can defeat the dancer early in that. Like, trigger a very, very tough boss early in that and try beating the dancer now, but we aren't going to do that. Instead, we're just going to talk to her, like I recommend you do. And we're going to get this banner that we're going to need to proceed past vordt.
Ah, the wait has been long. I am Emma. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Sin. They have left, gone to their churning homes, converging at the head to the bottom of vordt through the...
Yeah, so you see we got that banner there. And if you speak to her again, she'll give you a covenant item that'll allow you to summon the blue sentinels.
It is if you feel and the...
And the Dark Moon Blades, so if you get invaded and you're not confident you could face someone at level 1 in that, you can just rely on them in that. Yeah, but no. Though if you're interested in the little weapon around here and that, and there's also another thing I'm going to show you too in that, there's this knight here who's guarding a lucerne, which is a halberd. I don't think you can't use it really, but if you are like a higher level, but I was thinking like if you're gonna level up at the end of the game after you beat it, and you got for the tutorial in New Game Plus, or if you were just gonna level up after you beat the last boss in general, and you like the weapon, it's worth pointing out there. Now, just for the simple sake of showing how you can like have like 2 or 3 phantoms and that. Hey, look, there's online players. But I don't want to rely on online players, so I'm just gonna stick with Albert. And while we're waiting, make most use of the talisman. That way we have 1 heals in the room, and we have our little guy here to be a distraction. Now when you reach close enough to that gate, it is going to trigger the boss fight, and he'll just walk in through the fog when you trigger it. So I suggest like around here when you get up these little stairs of taking that green blossom you picked up earlier, so that your stamina can regenerate faster. Yep. And yeah, he'll be walking up to you slow. Get right underneath him. Don't get hit. Allow him to be a distraction, and just get behind him. Take a potion and make sure your health's full before phase 2. Now you can dodge right through him dashing towards you. But when he goes like this, wail on him. Just don't status on you, it kind of slows down your stamina recovery. And well, that is not really good. But anyways, yep, I'm just gonna put this soul in the box like I have the other souls. Actually, I don't know what happened to my last save and that for this game, but I just started a new character. No big deal. Yep. I'm just gonna put everything I don't need into the box. Okay. Now, I am gonna go into a bit of the undead settlement today and that, just because it kind of feels like I'd be ending the video too quickly if I just went and beat the boss and that's it. Since I got my account verified and that, and I can now make longer videos longer than 15 minutes. Yep. The weird looking things will pick you up, take you here. Don't forget to light this bonfire and rest at it if you haven't rested at the vordt bonfire. Now instead of directly just going down the stairs and that, stop right around here and that when you're done the first set of stairs. Go to this side path and take this shiny. It's a soul, and it's handy to have these souls and that if you need to do a lot of upgrading, if you can buy upgrade materials. Yeah, better to have money and not need it than need money and not have it, you know. Besides, it's totally up to you if you take out the dogs or not, but I just like taking out the dogs so that they don't just come after me when I cross through this little gate here, or at least most of them. Yep. Yep, you light this bonfire up. Now, there is actually an NPC back there that I'm gonna go and get to. Like, you see here how it's more of a pain to take care of the dogs now than it would have been before. There we go. Yeah, but anyways, gonna take care of that one dog. All of these hollow guys are not hostile. They literally won't hurt you at all. Yep, I'm just gonna use heal aid. Yep, but anyways. Now, you can actually sneak up on these guys and that. And this is like alluring skulls, so they come in handy occasionally. And you're gonna want to come up to this guy.
Grant me death. Undo my shackles.
Now you're going to want to talk to him and accept him into your service and that, because there's one spell that if you want and that, you have to have him for, and that's magic weapon or magic shield. And it basically gives your shield more stability in that, or your weapon more damage in that.
Oh, then the champion of to be in. I am somehow, perhaps say, I was once. Oh,
Yeah, but anyways, you aren't really using him to level up, you're just using him because you can't really level up past level 1 or else, well, what's the point of the level 1 run, right? You're more using him just for his sorceries and that. Now, it's really easy to get a hold of a Sorcerer's Catalyst, because you can buy it from the Shrine Handmade for like only 500 souls, and you'll have the requirements for it. Anyways, I'm thinking for today we'll just go up to the next bonfire, and that's it. Yep. But no, be careful of this plow guy, or whatever tool he's holding. The guy with the spear. Cut this down, you'll get like a small lever shield. Then dodge over these, up these stairs. You want to do this because so that this guy doesn't get the drop on you. Then you go down here and take this shiny. And then you want to head back around here. Now if you have Gear Rat, or the little thief guy, that looks like Fighter PL, then you want to get that item that was hanging there. Yep, if you kill this guy and go out here, you'll get some repair powder. Comes in handy if your weapon is low in durability, if that ever happens. Anyways, now here's a tip to all players, new or old. Don't care if you know this or not. Now, if you roll onto here, yeah, you won't be able to get back onto there, but you can get the drop on this guy, and you're not being harassed by the other two, the guy that drops down from there and from here, so that you can swiftly just waltz over to this guy and kill him. And you can just target this guy and kill him. Makes everything easier. And you can pick up another shiny. Man, this place is full of goodies. Anyways, then you have all these guys in the fat zone. Now, let me see here. Do I have it? Ah, yes. If you have a binoculars and some fire bombs, here's something you might want to try. So, after you press the button for the binoculars, switch over to the fire bombs and aim for about the barrels. This makes your work all more easier if you can't use a bow, or if you don't have a fire bolts. I'm just gonna equip my Estus Flask right now, and switch up my arrangement so that I can just lure these guys away. It works. Yep, anybody like this will just come to you. These guys have fire bombs, so sometimes they'll just stay away for like a minute, and then they'll come to you. But overall, they're easy to lure. Yeah, I recommend you luring them out this way so that you don't get the fat ladies' attention. Because if you do, and you have all these enemies around trying to kill you too, it's not that great. Anyways, use your binoculars again, or if you're me, you'll just aim it like this and... Or well, okay, it didn't work that time, but this time it will. There we go. And boom. And I'm gonna use a firebomb here. And hey, this is one of the best cases scenario. If she goes grab you, just back off and hit her. Careful of her attacks, she can be heavily damaging. You can take her out with a bow actually from above if you have where you cut off the rope and that for the reddish bone. But no. These guys occasionally drop fire gems, so if you didn't choose it as a starting item in that, then don't feel bad in that if you really want it now. There's one definite opportunity you can get it, and there's also another opportunity. There's also plenty of opportunities if you wanted to farm it here for like maybe future weapons if you wanted to switch up a weapon with others. But anyways, you come to this guy, he's open to a backstab, then you'll have someone like here. And you'll have like an Estus Flask shard here that she was guarding. Yep, kill this guy. Good, we got the soul there. This is an ember. Okay. sure no one's following me. Because the last thing we want is someone following us. Actually, you know what? I'll show us all the bonfires in the Undead Settlement. Because there's a few items here that are really good. Yeah, I'll show us this bonfire coming up in that, because it's right next to an item that will make your life a whole lot easier. And if you're willing to sacrifice defense in that for damage in that, this item will definitely be for you. Because it'll enhance your fire weapons damage, but at the cost of defense. Yep, anyways. Yep, you'll have like one or two of the slave guys here, like that guy, and you'll have one like right around this little shield here, or I thought. Anyways, I wouldn't suggest going near the barrels because they're gonna try blowing you up in that, so I suggest you just go down here. You be careful of this guy. Like, be really careful of that guy. There'll be a Titanite shard here, just pick it up and that, because it comes in handy for upgrading your weapons. Kill this guy, and come into here. This room is actually a pretty good place, because you just go, you light the bonfire, and rest. But anyways, I'm just going to take off the throwing knives, and yep. So, if we keep pushing forward, if you want to get rid of the bomb guys so that you don't get blown up, you just keep you head up here, because you're going to have to anyways. And there you go. Now, if you're looking for a pyromancer in that to become like a fire, see how I just picked up a fire gem there from the villager guy? Really rare drop, but you can get it. But anyways, if you really wanted to do pyromancy at the end of the game, like at the end of your level 1 run, and if you want the hand axe, it's here. Because you can just talk to this guy here and send him over to the shrine.
Unkindled, are we? Welcome. I am a crow, but here we are. I hear the care to learn some.
Yeah, if you want to learn pyromancy, just ask to learn
Most
pyromancy.
read the pleasure.
Though I'm gonna have to warn you in that, you're gonna have to, unless you like his basic spells, you're gonna have to get pyromancy tomes, and like 1 or 2 spells in that for pyromancies are in the boss souls. Now be careful of this guy when you drop down in that, near the explosive barrels and that, because you taking out the guys who can blow you up, but this guy can do a number on you if you really don't be careful. Why? I'll kill him right now. Ow. Yeah, but you can pretty much stagger them in like in a few hits and that, which comes in handy. Yep, use Heal Aid again. Really comes in handy. Now I know I won't be using magic weapon, because I already have my weapon infused with fire and that. But there is an R weapon that is really good for level 1 run, but you have to wait till Ifril to get it. Anyways, for like around here and that, behind the place there, I'll like point it out in a second. You get this good view and a ring. That is a fire clutch ring, which I don't mind giving up defense for damage in that. But if you equip this ring, you notice how it goes from like 236 to 254. Yep, increases like damage in that, but it takes away from your damage absorption. So yeah, I'm just gonna equip that right now because I actually like having more damage than I do defense and that. And armor was never really an important thing to me, so. But it all depends on the individual. Yep, but anyways. Alright, I was gonna point it out. So, if you're around here, you'll see that these there'll be two sets of flames now. There'll be one on the left and one on the right. Doesn't matter which one you go to. This big thing with the guy in the whatever machine that is and that, you want to go on either side, in behind, and then you want to take out that guy and get the shiny there. Yep. And if we keep moving on, we'll be here. Yep. 3 souls here. Now you see a dog in the distance there? He is guarding a shiny, but I'm gonna lure away some of the other enemies first before I take the dog out. Ow. Anyways, yeah. Take the dog out, you'll get an ember for it when you pick it up off the tree. Yeah, that door is locked from the other side and that, so I wouldn't suggest going over to it and trying to open it. It's just kind of pointless. If you want to avoid the fat lady in that, then just walk right by if she's like right there. You'll have a dog here, but it's not that big of a deal. You can just slash it. So yeah, you can take the ladder down or just fall down. Anyways, you'll have some rats here. So glad it's not like in Dark Souls 1 where they do poison damage. Or toxic damage. And in the mist there, you'll have a big rat and some smaller ones. Like you can see, you can target onto them. And that, so I'm just going to use a firebomb to lure them out. Or you can just fire an arrow into there if you have like a light crossbow. Now this ring, in my opinion, I've never used it, so I find it's kind of useless and it's just good for money in that, but it's also good for an achievement if you are on like PlayStation or Steam or something like that. Or if you just want to keep it in that, it's a good keep. Or if you find you're in an area where there's a lot of bleed, it's so kind of useful for that. Now if you are emberized, I would suggest if you just took the route I just took, you lay down at the bonfire and you replenish all your supplies back, because there's going to be an invader that'll invade you when you step out around that ruined bridge. Yep. I'm not going to beat the Curse Rodeo, but I'm going to beat Hodrick this video. Like you see right there, up in that little bush and that, he just appears in that with the great sword. Yeah, you're gonna want to run right back to near your bonfire, so that the guy with the big machete or whatever weapon he has that looks like a brother to the one with the pots doesn't come. Or never mind. If you're me, you attract the worst kind of luck. And hopefully the invader doesn't try killing you while you try killing your enemy. Well, that's done with. These guys also, if you want to farm Titanite shards, they drop them too. So yeah. And here's the guy. So if you have like this all cleared out and that, and just now be careful if you're doing R1 spam and that, if he has his shield up like he does right now. Like, the AI isn't bad on him. He is kind of tough and that, but in a sense he's also kind of weak in a sense and dumb. Because I've known him just to run himself off a ledge and that for no apparent reason at some times. Yeah, you want to lure him away from that warmth spell so that his buff can kind of kill himself. And you also want to be careful. Yep. And there we go. Done and done. I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching this part 3 video for my Soul Level 1 walkthrough, or my Level 1 walkthrough for Dark Souls 3. Next time I'll be defeating the Curse Rotted Greatwood, and hopefully I'll have a +3 weapon by then. And I'll probably go to the other parts of the area I bet I missed in this video. Please give a like, and if you think I'm good enough for these videos, please subscribe then. And I'll see you in the part 4. See you next time.